Wendy here, and I'm sorry that I always apologize about my messy room. It's just that like every time I make a video it gets like messier and messier, so just disregard the background. So today I'm going to be talking about Tourette's and compulsions, mostly OCD compulsions. Because as most of you know, usually Tourette's goes like hand in hand with like OCD and they're best buddies, and we're like, ugh. I just wanted to talk about like a couple of things that I have and like just like, you know, talk about that. Okay, so one of my main ones that I have right now would be sorry, I wish I didn't have this much of a mess, but let's say it usually happens with like bottles and or anything, but mostly with bottles or something with a round bottom. I'll get it, and when I place it down, I can't just place it down. Like right now, I would like die if I just place it down. So I don't know. It's not the number of times that I place it down. It's just that I have to place it down right. So like I have to place it down, I guess, evenly on. Like that would be perfect. But the weird thing about it is like if I place it down once perfectly, it still feels weird to me. So I have to place it down at least a couple more times perfectly in order for me to leave it there. Usually I try to avoid putting it down perfectly on the first try. I won't put it ever like on the side, but I'll put it down and then like I'll tap it a couple of times to make sure it's down. That's one of them. Something I talked about like in my first video was that whenever I'm running, I'll stomp down, and so that'll happen with the bottom of my feet. Basically the same thing with the bottle, that I have to step down just right. So like I'll stomp a couple of times, and it's been getting kind of worse these past few days. So like I'll be walking and then I'll have to stomp down a couple times in order for my feet to like land just right, and then I'll continue to walk. Or like if I ever step like on a crack, I'll have to like stomp down a bunch of times with my feet just so I don't have like that absence under my foot. Another one that I just noticed that is like a compulsion is that every time, usually it's whenever my boyfriend leaves, I always go, okay, bye, drive safe, love you, is what I say. And like maybe like 3 months ago, I started saying it when he leaves the room anytime. So like let's say he's gonna go shower or something, I'm just like, okay, bye, drive safe, and then like he'll go, and then he'll be like, oh, I'm gonna go brush my teeth, okay, then bye, drive safe, love you, this and that. And then like if I don't do it, then like I start getting like the feelings like, so like probably a lot of you know that intrusive thoughts are like a big thing that comes along with this nice little bundle. And so then I start thinking like, oh, he's gonna die, this and that. So like if you guys don't know what like the thoughts that we get is, kind of, it's just like, well, this is me, this is my personal experience, that I'm constantly thinking bad things. So like anytime you see me shake my head, or especially if you see me shake my head and go like that, it's because I thought of something bad. And if I don't do it, it's because it's gonna happen, kind of like that. Like I know it's not gonna happen, but like this is what happens a lot. Let's say I'm all tucked into my bed, like all ready to go sleep. That's when the thoughts are coming in, and then I think something, and then like, let's say as an example, like, oh, let's say your dog's gonna die, and I'm just like, oh, shut up, my dog is not gonna die. And like let's say my hands are under the covers, right? Because I always sleep with my hands under the covers. Let's say they're like, my head's like, oh, your dog's gonna die if you don't do it. I'm like, oh, shut up, it's not gonna die. And it's like, okay, well, whatever, don't do it then, but it's gonna die. And I'm just like, oh, haha, no, it's not gonna die. So I'm like, it's basically like a fight inside my head. It's not like it's not like schizophrenia or anything like that. It's just like, it's yourself telling you that kind of. It's like a feeling. So whatever. So point is, if I'm just like, no, I'm already tucked away. Like I already did my last rituals. I'm going to sleep already. And then it's just like, okay, well, whatever, don't do it then. And then I'm just like, okay, I know it's not gonna happen, but if my dog does die, I know my compulsions will probably get worse and worse, because I'll be like, look, I didn't do that and it did happen. So then I'll get untucked, do it, get rid of it, and then it'll probably be like, okay, do it again just to make sure he doesn't die or she doesn't die. I'll be like, and then I'll do it again. So that's basically what's going on in my head the like entire day. Yeah, and aside from those things, I think the only other thing that I have is just as a name, I forgot. It's like I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that, but it's like I guess it's a compulsion as well, but I don't know what it is. It's I bite, like, it, not my nails but the skin around my nails, and like I get like, you can't really see, it's not all that bad right now, but I bite until like it. Oh, I'm sorry, dirty fingernails. Yeah, and I bite it until like it's all red, and like, so that's why my fingers are always bitten up. the worst it gets is like right now I've been really stopping it because like, okay, I don't know if you guys can see it, but point is I bite it until like it bleeds and everything, and then like that happens to all my fingers, and it usually really happens when I'm stressed. It'll act up, like including all my other tics or anything else. It super like shoots up when I'm stressed. So like, as I'm stressed, I won't even know I'm doing it. I'm just biting, and I'm biting, and then like even if I see like a little piece of skin up, I have to bite it off, and like it gets really bad sometimes when it's like bleeding and like everything. So my boyfriend's always like slapping my hand away whenever I'm doing it, or anybody, or so the thing that's helped me is that I get band-aids and I just wrap my fingers all day when it gets really bad, and then so I can't bite it anymore. Right now I don't have it, so I was like looking at what I was doing, and I was like biting. I was like, oh, I have to stop it. A lot of people think I'm a germaphobe, and that, as you can clearly see from my room, that's not the case. I'm scared of germs because I don't like getting sick, but I'm not like terrified. Like I'm not just like wash my hands every 2 seconds until they're bloody and raw. That's like how different. And like, I don't like touching other people. I don't like touching people's hands, especially like whenever anybody goes for a handshake. And this is the strange thing about me. I love giving, like, if I ever give anybody a handshake, it's a firm handshake. Like, I hate handshakes, so if I'm gonna go in for a handshake, I'm gonna make sure it's a good handshake. And a lot of people think since I'm a girl, I'm gonna be like all dainty, and I'm like, no, strong handshake. And then part of that reason, aside from me liking strong handshakes, part of that is because like, if I'm gonna sacrifice myself and give you a handshake, it's gonna be worth it. So aside from that, it's not that I don't like other people's germs. Aside from that, it's just that I don't like the feel of other people's skin. I don't know, it's weird, and like that kind of like, ooh, sometimes I freak myself out because like I have like trypophobia, and like, ooh, it really freaks me out, and I don't like it one bit. And then I don't know, I just don't like people's skin. Like if I stare at my skin long enough, like I'm not even gonna bring it up to myself. I'm like not even gonna bring attention to myself, because if I look at something long enough, it'll freak me out. And it makes me feel very strange, like, I don't know. So, but aside from that, I just don't like people's skins. Like, I don't like touching, like, skin contact. So people think, like, oh, you're a germaphobe, you don't like shaking other people's hands. It's not all that. It's just that I don't like touching other people, like, in general. And, like, if people, like, cough around me, like, I'll hold my breath. Or a lot of times, like, if I'm talking to anyone, I'm most likely not inhaling, like some people are like, oh, talking. Like if I'm really close to you, you better bet I'm not inhaling. Like I'll either go like that. Like anytime anybody coughs or any sneezes around me, I'll get away fast, and then I'll just be like for a good like a minute, like going just like that, like not inhaling. And if I have to inhale, I go like into a little corner to inhale. And again, it's not because I'm a germaphobe or anything. It's just that I don't want to get sick. But I guess I do take it to another level more than other people. But it's not like end of the world and stuff like that. But that's another thing. I don't know if this is part of the OCD or it's probably not tic. I don't know what it is, but I don't like touching like I don't grab doors like like I just look like a prima donna or something, that every time like we go somewhere, whoever I'm with, they open the door for me, and like everybody I already hang out with, they already know I don't open doors, so they'll open it for me. But if I'm with someone, like let's say I'm alone, I'll wait there like a creeper, and then I'll wait for someone to like, either get out or go in, and then like I'll like swoop in there. And then, but if I am really alone, well then I'll just like use my shirt, or I'll grab something else to use it. It's not so much, I'm telling you, it's like in my head, because I don't like leaving my fingerprints anywhere, especially like on glass or metal or anything flat like that. I don't like leaving my fingerprints on it at all. Like I can't touch it. I don't like seeing my fingerprints. If I see it, like I'll wipe it down. So like especially like door handles and stuff, like in my house and stuff, I'll open doors and everything like that. That's no problem. Just like outside in the world and stuff, I can't like touch anything like that. I just don't like leaving my fingerprints anywhere, and I just don't like touching those surfaces. Like if I touch that surface, it feels very weird. I either have to wipe it down or like clean off my hand really good, because sometimes I have to touch a surface and like I just do it, and then like I try to really like kind of like suppressing the tic, like I just like forget about it completely, and I'm doing it, but then afterwards I'll wipe. And I don't like when people touch me either, like if they'll touch me with their bare hand, it really like I'll like have to rub that spot over and over. I just don't like it. And then some people take it as a big joke, and I have to laugh it off, because I'm really bad at confrontation, so I really can't be serious with someone and be like, hey, unless they're really annoying. I've only had to do it like a handful of times in my life. But aside from that, like, some people try to be like really playful. Oh yeah, you don't like getting touched. Oh, let me go and touch you. Or like, I don't like getting drawn on like pens or anything. I don't know. That's a whole other thing. Well, I don't want this video to drag on any longer than it has to. But go ahead and comment below if you can relate to any of these things. Let me know which ones of your like tics and your OCDs like match up, kind of like my little weird thing. But it's really interesting how those things go hand in hand. Like literally, some of them are completely separate from compulsions and tics, and other ones just go together. It's just really strange. But I really want to hear other things about you guys. And yeah, till next time. Bye.